As players of the Marvel Rivals video game celebrate Sue Storm's addition to the roster, there has been an enormous rise in fascination with her more sinister counterpart, Malice. After a battle with a villain splintered the Invisible Woman's psyche, a warped secondary persona emerged, casting aside the hero's previous restraint. Liberated from moral boundaries, Malice was free to take control. Although she's frequently overshadowed by her male teammates, the Invisible Woman could well be the strongest member of the group. Worried about her own capacity, Sue has always limited herself, unwilling to uncover her full potential. However, introduced in Fantastic Four issue 280, an unbridled manifestation of the Invisible Woman's darkest impulses would unleash everything to establish its supremacy. With that being said, let's delve into Malice's origins. As mentioned earlier, Alice is the personification of the Fantastic Four's Invisible Woman's darker nature. She was initially conjured by the Psycho Man's hatemonger during a strike on New York City. Under the influence of Malice, Sue was driven to assault her fellow Fantastic Four members until Mr. Fantastic resorted to psychological torment to prompt the return of her usual self. In Secret Wars 2, when Sue sought revenge on Psycho Man and the hatemonger, the former fled into the microverse, while the latter was executed by the Scourge of the Underworld. Sometime later, while Sue and her husband accompanied the Silver Surfer on a mission to retrieve the Infinity Gems from the Elders of the Universe, Sue's Malice persona began to resurface. Malice tried to claim the Soul Gem for herself, but she was defeated when its powers briefly overwhelmed her, giving Sue the chance to regain control. Shortly after, during the events of the Infinity War, Malice once again battled Sue for dominance over her body. Instead of completely eradicating Malice, Sue took a risky approach, choosing to merge with her dark persona in an attempt to end their inner conflict. This fusion caused Sue to display a shorter temper, a more aggressive application of her powers, and a preference for wearing a more revealing costume. Eventually, the Malice persona was forcibly removed from Sue's body by Psylord, her teenage son from an alternate future timeline. Malice briefly tormented Psylord mentally, taunting him before her influence began to wane. Later, in a battle against the Dark Raider, an evil alternate version of Reed Richards, Psylord and Sue worked together to trap the Malice persona within the Raider's mind, ultimately leading to his defeat. It's assumed that Malice remained trapped within the Raider's consciousness and was likely destroyed along with him when Sue was forced to throw him into the distortion area of the negative zone. The Malice persona has not reappeared since and is believed to have been destroyed, although this remains speculative. But she stands as a stark reminder of the immense cosmic power Sue Storm could wield if she were to fully embrace her potential.